What's up, guys? Coach Jesse Minchie with GetHandles.com. Today I got 3 more of the biggest lies in ball handling. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is your palm touching the basketball when you dribble. A lot of players ask me, does it matter if my palm touches the basketball? And guess what I say to them? I don't care. I don't care if your hand touches the basketball with the palm. The main thing that you want to make sure you are focusing on is that your fingertips are all the way on the basketball. And not even so much your tips, it should be more like the ends of your finger. You don't want your tip actually digging in to the basketball. You want it more like the end of your finger, that last little joint right there. You want that on the basketball, on each finger, and that you get these fingers wide on the basketball and you're gripping the basketball with those tips. If your palm is touching the basketball while doing that, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Because you think about this logically, think about this scientifically, and think about this with some common sense. If your palm is touching the basketball, it's not going to affect your control. Your control comes from having a wide base with your fingers, okay? So the wider you get your fingers, the better control you're gonna have over the ball. And the more you are touching the basketball with the ends of your fingers, the better control you're gonna have. So making sure that you're gripping it with the ends of those fingers and you're getting them wide is the key. If your palm touches the ball, it doesn't matter. Okay, tip number 2. Tennis balls, rings, gear, cones are good or bad for your ball handling. Both is a myth. It doesn't matter what you use necessarily, it's how you use it. I've heard some people say all this stuff's a waste of time. I've heard some people say that this is the best way to take your handles to an elite level. I'm here to say it's not a matter of what you're using, it's how you use it. Okay, you always have to keep in mind when you're using gear, what's the purpose? Is it something that's gonna help develop your game, take your game to another level, and something that's applicable to your game? You always have to keep that in mind. Cones don't move, right? Defenders move. I've heard people say that. Yes, that's true. But you have to, get comfortable moving around things on the court. And having a cone is a great way to keep yourself accountable for that. And all the other uses you can use for cones. Tennis balls you can use, for working on your reactions, working on an active offhand, things like that. Rings, ladders, agility ladders, things like that you can use to work on your drilling precision and keeping yourself accountable, working on your footwork, okay? Working on your speed and being precise with that in your feet. So all these things can be used to help take your game to the next level, but it's a matter of how you use it. If you're using it in a dumb way, putting a cone on your head and a ring on your arm like I just was there, yeah, it's not gonna do much for your ball handling ability. But if you use it in a way that makes sense, it's gonna help you as well. I've seen guys using gear in ways that I'm just like, that does nothing and it's not gonna help you. I've seen guys use gear in ways that's totally gonna help a player's game. And I've seen guys get completely effective workouts in without any gear. It's not a one-size-fits-all, necessarily when it comes to gear that it works or it doesn't, it's how you use it. Third basketball lie, all your moves have to be done a certain way. When you're learning, I would definitely recommend, learning the correct way to do them. For example, inside out dribble, opposite foot steps out, hand comes over the ball and pushing the ball back. But once you get to a level where that's comfortable for you, when the game comes in real situations, you want to be better with more of a reactional type of ball handling. So you could maybe do an inside out while moving this way, right? To throw your defender off. You could maybe do an inside out with a stutter step. You could maybe do an inside out where you're not even necessarily trying to sell this fake and you're trying to sell the fake out. You could do your crossover between the legs to come this way, the normal way, or you could use it to come back, right? You can switch things up. There's a general way you want to learn how to do things first. But once you start getting to a level where that's comfortable, in a real game situation, you want to be able to be reactional. Okay, so you might want to take time in your training to also train your moves in ways that aren't necessarily the typical way of doing them, to give yourself new options on the court and to give yourself a different look for the defender. So, if normally you hit them with this move and you come forward, hitting with this and coming back is going to throw them for a loop. It's going to look the same and they're going to expect you to come this way and you come the exact opposite. Odds are they're going to move that way and you're going to come back this way. So by throwing things off a little bit and changing some of the way that you're moving your footwork and the mechanics of how you do your moves, once you have a base level of the way they should be done, the typical way, by changing them after a while, that's gonna give you a whole bunch of new options on the court. And on top of that, once again, it's just gonna give you the ability to react to more different types of game situations because you're gonna be comfortable by doing the same move in multiple ways. So no matter what's happening, you'll be able to react, and no matter what your defender does, it's gonna work against them because you'll have a counter move or a different way of doing that same move that's gonna work against them. All right, so now if you thought these lies being exposed helped you, get a better perspective on the way you should be dribbling the basketball, you haven't seen anything yet. Make sure you click this link in the top right-hand corner of the screen. That's a full free workout as well as some tips to get handles just like the pros. I'm gonna show you the 4 main things you need to have to get handles like the pros. And I'll also be emailing you some secrets as far as, the way pros handle the basketball that most people aren't teaching. And these things are gonna help you, be able to handle the basketball a lot more quickly and effectively without too much extra practice. These tips are gonna help you go next level very quickly. So click that link, pop in your email. Otherwise, there's a link in the description down below. It's gethandles.com. Pop in your email and I'll send it to you right away. It is free. Also, if this video helped you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get on that notification squad so you can catch the newest tips, tutorials, and drills. Hit that like button, share this video with a friend so maybe you can show them, hey, look, this isn't the way you necessarily need to handle the basketball, and you can share, some knowledge with your friends that, look, this is the way other people, other superstar players are handling the basketball. Maybe the way we've been doing it isn't quite right. So make sure you share with a friend and leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. If you've noticed these things in your ball handling, or maybe even, watching highlights of NBA players, if you've noticed any of these things, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more and get after your goals today.